Welcome back to a new video. It is Mike here with Mike's Drones and More, and this is the Sunday bi-weekly Q&A video that I'd like to do for all of my subscribers and viewers. So today I'm actually doing it a little bit early because I'm actually getting ready to go out and join the Multi-GP Drone Racing League, the one up in Fort Collins where I like to race, and we're going to be doing a race today. So hopefully if the weather holds up. So the drone that I'm going to be racing today is going to be my Space One FPV. This is the one I just finished building. I got to take it out yesterday to the park and rip it around a little bit, and I'm very happy with the tuning and changes that I made. It did really good. It held up good. I banged it up against a football pole, you know, like a football goal thing, and it bent the antenna down, but it did really good, so I was happy that it did so good. And then I'm also bringing my my purple custom racer that I'm going to use as my backup. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. Also, yesterday got a chance to fly the F100. I updated the camera and everything like that. You can see I've removed the legs on it because I just didn't like those anymore. And this thing did freaking awesome. I'm going to be putting together a FPV video for you guys on tomorrow. And so you'll have some footage of this one, you'll have some footage of this one. I didn't get a chance to fly my purple one just because I didn't have enough time. And then also you guys will see the review coming this week. Finally, everything came in for the B-Fight 210. So I did the flight review, line of sight, and I also did some FPVing with it. And I gotta tell you, that thing is sick. It is fast. So and the camera on it is like crystal clear. So I am so glad that I got to finally fly that, and I'll be not going to use it to race this week, maybe like the next week, because I've got a couple little tweaks I need to make in Betaflight for the PIDs and things like that. So that's going to be coming up, and probably the next couple weeks I'll do a race with that one. Big announcement. If you guys didn't watch the Friday video, I'm changing the schedule officially. So the schedule of my videos is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then every other Sunday we'll do our live Q&A like we normally do. So that's the new big thing. Also, I am bringing back the Patreon. So I'm going to bring up my Patreon page for just a second here, guys, and I'm going to kind of go over the different rewards with you. Now, I took away the Patreon just because I didn't want to do it anymore, but I decided that you know, I think it's a pretty cool idea, and a lot of people have been asking about it, if they can support the channel and everything like that. So I will kind of go over with you guys what the different tiers are and everything like that. So for Patreon, so what we're going to do is, if you donate a $1 a month for Patreon, I will do a weekly shout out on one of my videos. So what I'll do is, at the end of the video, I'll do like a credit roll at the end, and I will list every single name of every single person that supports on Patreon, as long as it's $1 or more a month, which is cool. At the next level, it's a $5 level, so if you donate a $5 or more a month, then you'll get the first level, second level, and the $5 level, I'm going to actually start doing a bi-weekly Patreon only live Q&A. So the week that I don't do a live Q&A for everybody, I'm going to do a live Q&A for just the Patreons, and that's it. So they will get a private invite to the special Q&A, and like I said, that'll be every other week, hopefully if I get somebody that signs up for it. So that's the next one. At $10 level, I set that to a private email. So what that's going to entail basically is that between the hours of Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Mountain Standard Time, normal business hours, if you send me an email to this specific email that I'm going to set up for my patrons only, then I will basically answer any question for you within a 2-hour period. Because keep in mind, I do work full-time until I do this full-time. So I will answer your questions for you and get back to you, and they will get top priority. So being that I'm doing that, in turn, I'm changing all the questions. Normally, I try to get to everybody's questions during the week and stuff like that. And things like that. So what I'll do is I'll answer all questions at the end, guys. So hold your questions for me just till we get through our updates, and then I'll open it up to everybody. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, sorry, get back on track, squirrel. So what I'm going to do with my normal questions during the day is I'm answering all kinds of questions and stuff like that. So I'm going to change the questions. So I'm going to answer everybody's questions in the comments, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing it at night when I get home from work, because I don't want it to interfere with my work, which it's been doing lately. And not that I don't mind answering the questions, and if it's a really important question that I see in the comments, you know, I may go and answer it, you know, something like that. So, but I'll be answering all those like probably after like 5 o'clock and on and stuff like that. So if you have a really pressing, important question, try and do the Patreon. And so there's some other levels, like at the $20 level, I think I'm going to allow you to, pick a video of your choice. So you'll get the option to pick one video for a week, and you can pick whatever topic you want as long as it's in line with the channel. And I'll allow you to pick a topic that you want me to do a video on. And then if anybody ever gets up to like $50 or more a month, then what we'll do is we'll do I'll allow, you know, all the other tiers, but then on top of that, I'll make sure to feature, if you have a YouTube channel, I'll follow you on all the social medias and everything like that. So yeah, so anyway, so that's all the updates for my YouTube channel and everything like that. Again, I tried to bring back the Patreon, because I know there were some people that wanted to support the channel and support me, and I really appreciate it. You don't have to. My videos are free. I don't charge anything for them whatsoever, but it does take a lot for me to make the videos. For, you know, a 10-minute video that I make on YouTube, you know, it can take up to 2 hours of my own personal time to actually go through and make a whole video. And I'm going to be doing a video probably, maybe not this week, but maybe in a couple weeks. I want to kind of show you guys a behind the scenes YouTuber, what it takes to actually go. You have to like film it first and then edit the video, process the video, upload the video. I mean, the whole time, you know, it can take, from beginning to end, take me 4 to 5 hours, you know, depending on, you know, just whatever it is, you know, something like that. So, but again, I wanted to do my Q&A early today, because I'm getting ready to go out and do some multi-GP drone racing up in Fort Collins. So if I've got any subscribers that are near Fort Collins, if you want to come watch me one weekend race, let me know. I'd be more than happy to have you guys come up, and we can meet up and you can watch me race. And then every other Wednesday, or actually pretty much every Wednesday, I'm doing Tiny Whoop races. So these are pretty cool. I ordered a new Beta FPV flight board for this, and I ordered a new camera for this as well. So I'm going to be getting that in this week, and I'll share a video with you guys on how to do the upgrades and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about that. And then this is, of course, my other Tiny Whoop that I like to race. So, but okay, so that's all I have for the updates and things like that. So let's go ahead and let's open it up to the questions, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to you guys, and I'll answer your questions. So will the P70 props fit the GP? Yes. So the P70 props will fit the GPS drone. They're exactly the same. Yes. Hey, Rob. Oh, Rob, if you didn't get my email yesterday, I wanted to let you know I am so sorry. I really apologize. I thought I sent your drone out, and I didn't, but I did send it priority mail yesterday, so I am so sorry that I didn't get that out to you, but it is in the mail. I sent you an email yesterday with the tracking number, so it is on its way. I'm so sorry. I apologize that it did not get to you. I just totally spaced it with everything that's going on. So, Rob, your drone is finally on the way. I'm sorry it took so long, but it's coming. So, have I flown the Unique Breeze? I have not flown the Unique Breeze. I'm gonna bring up the YouTube page so I can kind of keep track of the questions and stuff as they're coming. So hold on, guys, for just a second for me. Let's see here. Go to my channel. There we go, bringing it up. Let me mute it so I don't get doubles. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I've got my face on the screen here and I can actually see you guys' questions. Okay, so Larry Domer, I apologize if I don't say your name. I'm horrible with names, guys. But I saw your motor mod on the ProMark Shadow. I didn't see a link. What motor did you break? So I didn't do any modifications on the ProMark GPS drone yet with the motors. But they are the exact same motors as the ProMark P70. So if you go back in my videos, and you'll see the whole teardown of the ProMark P70, and you will also see how I did the upgrades. The only thing you can really do with those motors is the ones that come stock are like a steel motor, and the upgraded motors are like a brass motor, so it helps it to spin a little bit better, and that's about the only upgrade you can do on those motors. So let's see, Larry also wanted to know, could we do a yearly subscription, like say 10? I don't know if Patreon has a yearly subscription that you can do. I think it's just monthly. So, but any amount helps, guys. I mean, if you can just donate $1 a month, that would be so freaking helpful. You know, because that, again, if I can get just, you know, even 100 people to donate $1 a month, I can get more drones that I can do reviews on, and I can do, you know, so much more for the channel. So every little bit does help, guys. So let's see here. Ray said later. We answered the question on the props. Rob said, have fun. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. We answered the question on the Unique Breeze. I haven't run across any of the extendable legs yet for the ProMark P70 drone. I'm looking for them. I'm scouring the website and all the places that I know. I don't know if they make them for that. It's a clone of the X8, but it's the newer X8 version. So I'm trying to see if there's a video out there that somebody's done that maybe I can test out for you guys and see. So I'm still looking for that. When I find it, I'll let you know. Also, I did a video yesterday. I filmed, I took the the ProMark Shadow GPS drone out, and I tested it with the Wi-Fi and the action camera, and you guys just have to wait and see how that turned out. So, yeah. And yeah, thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. So, Rob, if you guys don't know, and Kurt Gaggle, they have been long-time YouTube watchers. They have been with my channel since, like, the very beginning. So, I really appreciate them a lot. Those guys are awesome. I know there's so many people that have been with my channel since the very beginning. So there's so many people, but those two have really interacted with me, and they were previously patrons to the channel. So, and I really appreciate them a lot. So, so let's see here. What are the benefits of the Maverick Pro other than the distance? The Maverick Pro, I think you're talking about the Mavic Pro. So the DJI Mavic Pro, that's an awesome drone. It's about $1,000 drone, but it films in 4K. It's a DJI drone. It's a freaking awesome drone. I really would like to get one of those because it does fit in smaller spots, which is nice because the Phantom is big. So sometimes I can't get it into those small spots, especially when I'm doing like roof inspections for like drone base or like customer videos and they want me to get into close. Sometimes it's hard to get in there with the Phantom. So it would be nice. And even a Spark too would be really nice to get. I know the Spark doesn't have the 4K, but it can do a lot of cool indoor stuff, which is nice. So, and so yeah, thinking about getting one. If you can afford it and get one, absolutely get one. They are freaking awesome. I've got a buddy that's over in Greeley, Colorado, which is in Northeast Colorado, and he absolutely loves it. I got to fly it once, and I got to tell you, it's freaking cool. It's really, really nice. So, Al, yep, no problem at all. So enjoy your church service. You're welcome, Scott. So, and like I said, going to be getting ready to head out to the drone race probably in about the next like hour here. So that's why I wanted to get ready and everything like that. So, if like I said, if I've got any viewers or watchers that are in Colorado, I kind of go all around Colorado, not like down to like Denver or Colorado Springs. That's a little bit too far for me to drive. But last week, or not last week, but the week before, I went to Superior, Colorado, and we had a drone race in the indoor arena. I was going to fly the Awesome, but the camera was messed up on it. And it wasn't the actual camera itself. It was just when I was adjusting the lens, the sensor in the back, it turned, and I just had to return it, and I didn't realize it got messed up there. So let's see if we got any more questions. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody's support. Let's see. So we'll keep this going for about another 5 minutes or so. I just wanted to make it something short and sweet for everybody. I knew I was going to catch everybody on a Sunday morning, and I was like, I don't want to catch everybody, but it's my mom's birthday today. So after the drone race, we're going over to my mom's house to celebrate her birthday. So I'm not going to get a chance to do the Q&A later this afternoon at all. We're going to be busy pretty much all day long. The race starts at 11 o'clock. It's going to end around, we have to leave around 3:30, somewhere around there, to get to my mom's house by 4 o'clock. And then 4 o'clock, we're going to be basically spending the rest of the afternoon with my mom celebrating her birthday, so which is really cool. So do we have any more questions or anything? Anybody who's wants to know? Oh, another thing I'm going to start for you guys is, so I'm part of a lot of different chapters with MultiGP. So I'm part of the Fort Collins FPV. I'm also, yeah, Larry, you can send me a detailed question. Put it in the comments. That's perfectly fine, and I'll make sure to answer your question. Or if you want, Larry, you can email me personally. I think everybody got my email. It's just mikesdronesmore@gmail.com. If I don't get to it right away, it's probably because I'm racing, so I won't have time to answer questions later this afternoon. I apologize. I just had some breakfast. So, yeah. So you can definitely send me a question if you want to. Let me see here. Oh, so back to the question. Okay, Larry, sounds good. So I'm going to be doing a new series of emails. Thanks, Rob. I will let her know. So I'm going to be doing this new series of videos. So every week for the chapters that I'm a member of. So I'm a member of the Fort Collins FPV Club. It's a MultiGP chapter. I'm also a member of the Other Guys, and I'm also a member of Big Whoop. And what's coming up this week, guys, on Wednesday is freaking awesome. I get to actually fly and meet Jesse Perkins. Now, if you don't know who Jesse Perkins is, he is the original inventor and creator of the Tiny Whoop. So he was the original guy that created the Tiny Whoop. It's his company, tinywhoop.com. That is Jesse Perkins. He is one of the top Tiny Whoop flyers in the nation, which is freaking cool. So I get to fly with him on Wednesday night, which is going to be awesome. And I get to actually meet a couple of the other pros as well that fly with Tiny Whoop, because tinywhoop.com is actually based here in Colorado, out of Loveland, Colorado. I order a lot of my Tiny Whoop stuff from them directly because they're freaking awesome people. They're so cool. And if you check out their channel, it's just if you do a YouTube search for Tiny Whoop, they have a channel there. And Jesse is really, really cool and everything like that. So we're going to be doing a video, and hopefully if we have time, I'm going to try and go early on Wednesday night as soon as I get home from work, and I'm going to try and do an interview with Jesse. So that's what I want to let you guys know. Every week I'm going to be doing a new interview with a new FPVer from the club. So that way I can kind of get you guys a little bit more perspective on different racers. So that way you know who the racers are, how they started out, stuff like that. So I think, yeah, definitely. So Let's see. So, what's up, Mike? What drone was that you held up? Just okay. So this is my Tiny Whoop. This is my small indoor flyer. So what a Tiny Whoop is, it's a small indoor flyer. That's my all-in-one camera. It's got the camera, VTX, antenna, everything on it. It's got a racing board. So if you guys don't know who Jesse Perkins is, Jesse Perkins is the original guy that invented the Tiny Whoop. So he was the first person that invented it, first person that made it. TinyWhoop.com is his site and his company. So he is freaking cool and he's awesome. So he's known as Mr. Tiny Whoop. If you guys ever want to look up my pilot or my pilot name, you want to know what it is, I am FPV_monkey. So I know it's kind of a little silly. I love monkeys. I have a monkey tattoo on my leg. It's the not Angry Monkey, Evil Monkey from Family Guy. I've got that tattooed on my leg, and it's just kind of a nickname. I love monkeys and stuff like that, so I decided that's going to be my FPV pilot name. It was originally Monkeying Around, but it was too long to put on like the list and stuff like that, so it's just FPV Monkey. So if you want to look me up on MultiGP, it's FPV_monkey, and it's spelled MUNKEY. So under FPV_monkey, you can check out all my stats and everything like that. I did really awesome on the Tiny Whoop race this week. The first two heats sucked because that's why I had to order a new board. This thing's been giving me a lot of trouble, so I ordered a Beta FPV board, a new racing board. So that's going to be in. Hopefully, it says Amazon will deliver it tomorrow. And after I test it out, I'll put it on my Amazon Influencer for you guys. You can check that out if you want. And the all-in-one camera, I ordered a new one as well. So hopefully that'll go good. So the first two heats were not all that great, but then after that, I did really awesome. The last three heats of the night, I ended up with an average of 3 laps per race. So how the MultiGP normally runs, guys, just so you know, it's not based on like a traditional race, like when you watch like IndyCar racing or NASCAR racing or anything like that, right? So how FPV racing typically goes is usually it's a heat with 4 racers, okay? And so you're not racing to get first, second, third, or fourth, not like DRL is. So with the MultiGP, it's based on time and laps. So each heat is typically 2 minutes long. And then it's just basically at your own pace. So they try and put you with people that are compared. So obviously Wednesday night, I am not going to race against Jesse because I would have absolutely no chance of winning whatsoever. But they put you against other people that are in your class. So I'm like a novice to maybe intermediate. So they put you in that, and it's 2-minute heats, and it's just as many laps as you can get in that 2-minute heat. Now, like the DRL, Drone Racing League, how they do it is it's usually 4 people, and then they race. They give it a time limit. I think it's like 2 minutes, or it's usually by laps. So they'll say, you know, it's a 3-lap race, and it's whoever to the finish line first. So that's a different kind of race. And then they have the DR1, which they do all kinds of different stuff like that. So there's all kinds of different drone racing. But I like the MultiGP because then I don't have to worry about coming in first. I can just pace myself to where I want to be, and I try and do faster and faster and faster. So yeah, I'm getting so much better. Every single week that I fly my drones, I get better and better and better. So let's see. Yeah, so you know what? The Tiny Whoop class, you can't put brushless motors on a Tiny Whoop. Now, they make Tiny Whoops with brushless motors, but with the MultiGP class for the Tiny Whoops, they only allow brushed motors, which is fine because this thing's an indoor. So something with brushless motors indoor, you're going to go kind of fast. So I wouldn't recommend that at all. So let's see. How hard is it to get a drone pilot job? It's depends on the region and the state that you're in and stuff like that. So the area that I'm in Colorado is a very competitive area. There's a lot of Part 107 and drone pilots here. And so just depends on the area and everything like that, and how saturated it is with drone pilots and everything like that. It's a big boom right now. So I'm hoping maybe in the next year or so that some of them will drop off. You know, some of the new guys that are coming out and testing it out. Hopefully, I can hang in there for the long haul. That's why I'm trying to add some more services and stuff like that for my drone business. Like I'm starting up doing builds for people. So if you don't want to build a drone, I'll build a drone for you. Of course, it will cost you money. I don't make my own parts or anything like that, so it'll be all custom made. If you want to buy the parts or have me buy the parts for you, and then I will build it for you, you know, that'll be a new service that I'm going to be offering as something to do, kind of help during the winter months, especially here in Colorado, where it's really slow right now just because of the weather. Nobody's really selling homes or wanting drone jobs. There's few floating around, but not very much, few and far between. So in the spring and summertime, it's booming. Usually I've got a job, 2-3 jobs every single week that I get to do, you know, whether it be going filming a shopping center or a house or something like that. So yeah, so Gil, yes, you can ask me a question if you want to. So what other services do I offer? So obviously I do real estate, I do commercial drone photography and videos. We can do roof inspections. Now I'm not a roof inspector, but I work with companies that they need the pictures so they don't have to send somebody up on the roof. So we do that. I was sent out this last summer and I did basically a cell tower inspection. So we got to do that. That was up in Cheyenne, Wyoming. That was pretty cool. And then, like I said, I've started up recently doing some of the drone builds because I'm getting really good at this. So, yeah, hope that answers your question. What's my favorite food? My favorite food, I gotta admit, I love Chinese food. I think that is like my ultimate. I think in my prior life, I was probably Chinese because I absolutely love Chinese food. And I love sesame chicken. That's like my dish, sesame chicken. So, yeah. So see, drone builds are super fun. Yes, they are. I mean, I love, building these drones. And that's the nice thing about building a drone too, is that when it's not if you're going to break apart on your drone, it's when you're going to break apart on your racing drone. So it's inevitable. It's not like the Phantom where you're just making very small, slow movements. You want to be fast, but you want to also be good at the same time. So, make the smooth move. So it's really hard not to crash. So like yesterday, I hit the pole on this one. I was going forward and the antenna went thunk and it fell down, but it stayed all in one piece. It didn't break at all. This one, I have yet to break a piece of the carbon fiber. The only thing I've ever done is I've broken some of the tie wraps off the top. But other than that, it's been perfectly fine. And then a few weeks ago when I was flying the VTX, somehow it got loose. I don't know what happened. I think I hit a branch or something, and one of the wires got snapped by probably the prop or the branch, and so that's what happened with that. Would I recommend the Litchi app for the Phantom 3 standards? So the Litchi app, it does a lot of cool stuff. I don't know if I would recommend it though, because it's a third-party app, but I've seen a lot of people that have a lot of good things about it. The only thing I don't like about it is it's like $20-something, and I just don't like paying a lot of money for third-party apps. And I've heard good things about it, but then I've heard other things that are not so good about it. So check out some other YouTube videos. I don't use it. I only use the DJI app, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. So definitely check out some other videos. I think, what's his name? Kyle, Billy Kyle. He does, I think he uses it. Check out Ken Heron. I think Ken Heron might use it. I can't remember. And maybe Ready Set Drone, possibly. So check those guys out. And so let's see here. Have I ever seen anything weird when flying my drone? Saw some people doing that on tree lines. No, I've never seen anything weird. The only thing weird that did happen is this last summer I was flying my Phantom for a customer out in La Junta, which is in southeast Colorado, which is about like a 3-hour drive from here. And we were doing some filming on some private land, and there was a big, huge grove of trees, and we didn't realize that when we got there, there was a hawk's nest. There was like 2 or 3 hawk's nests up in those trees, and so we kept hearing the hawks like screech really loud, and there was like 3 or 4 of them all circling around. So I got the Phantom up, and luckily they didn't attack the drone, but they came pretty close to getting close to my drone, so I had to be really careful. So that was, yeah. Oh, I didn't know he drove his drone over an airfield. I didn't know that. Huh, okay. I will have to check that out. So let's see. Can you demo one of the drones at some stage? So give me a little bit more information, like demo one of the drones. You mean how to fly it, or like, I'm not sure what you mean. So give me a little bit more information on that. All right, guys, so we're at the about 30-minute marker here, so I'm going to leave it open for about 1 more minute, and then I got to shut it down because I got to start getting ready to get out of here. So does anybody have any more questions for me? Do I ever feel like I've dedicated too much of my life to drones, that my life has suffered? So that's actually, yeah, so that's kind of why I changed the schedule of the videos, was to be able to spend more time with my family and give me a little break, because I was putting out a lot of videos, and it's really hard. I know you guys don't understand, but it's really hard working full-time Monday through Friday, making videos almost every single day. It just wasn't leaving any time for me to really spend out of this computer. And yeah, you know, drone flying and things like that, it does take up, I'm not even going to touch that question, and that's not appropriate, and don't ever ask me a question like that again, or you will be banned from this channel. That's your one and only warning, so do not ever, ever ask a question like that. As a matter of fact, as soon as I'm done here, you're going to be banned off this channel. So, yeah, no, that's not even a joke. It's not even funny. So I'm sorry, guys. I apologize to everybody that had to look at that little comment there. That's not even funny. That's not even a joke. So I take that very serious because I have kids myself. So yes, I hit a nerve. I apologize that that happened on a live video, but yeah, I'm not even going to touch that subject, but that's not appropriate. Yeah. There's always one bad apple. So yeah. So you guys got yourself on the the bandwagon for my my channel. So congratulations on that. You did a good job. Okay. So anyway, guys, that's all I've got for this week. So thank you guys all for watching my channel, and thank you guys for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it and everything like that. So guys, while you're waiting for the next video, let's make sure to keep our drones up in the air and flying high. I'll see you next week. Have a great day.